माय मोगाचो येवकार सगळे आमचे CCR TV पळयणाऱ्यांक welcome, and we are handling the health subject, and this is Tumchi Bolaiki Tumchea Hatant. Your health in your hands on the subject of health, and we have with us an expert who is a visiting professor in India and also overseas, and he is from Asolna, from Salsette, and was the head of the pathology department in the Goa Medical College, and also former head of the Goa Medical College's blood bank. He has been a professor in his own right, examiner even at the postgraduate examinations, and though he is now retired, he is still being called for international conferences, and pathology has been his pet subject. Welcome, Dr. Rock Wiseman Pinto. Dr. Wiseman, that's what we call you.
Thank
My mogacho yoka.
Thank you.
तर
Obrigado.
आम्ही कॅन्सराचे लास्ट एपिसोड कॅन्सराचे कितलेशे प्रोग्राम केले त्या आधी हार्ट अटॅक्स आणि आयज आम्ही एक न्यू टॉपिक सोदून काढला and that is obesity. And when we talk of obesity, it's nothing new. Adi obesity was connected with affluence. पैसे चड आहा, rich गांव आहा, थंय मोठे जाता because of your richness. You could afford. The picture is changing, and the other countries now they are catching up. And the worst scenario is childhood obesity. Burgi eyes, they show this problem, and we shall examine why this is happening and what are the consequences. Obesity is always connected with overweight. Wazan munchache, ekdamuch gorjeche, and children today. We never saw such a rate of obesity in children, school-going children. And what are the problems? If you are an obese people, what are the problems in terms of health? So, what do you mean by obesity? It is what you eat and what you consume. So, when it is imbalanced, then it could create problems.
So, Mr. Jovito, as you rightly said, obesity is known from ancient times.
Yes.
The Latin word obesitas, it was called for fat. So that's why the term is obesity. And you rightly said, the affluent people, the rulers, the noblemen were very obese and the other people were thin. You rightly said, it is there during the different empires. Now, Indian Empire also it was there. But India and China, there were famines. So those people were very, emaciated.
And also, they say that India had malnutrition.
Malnutrition, yes. This is obesity and malnutrition.
Yes.
Or imbalanced nutrition. So now, India and China. Now, the thing of the history is that we also know some countries like Uganda, Ethiopia, that there's a lot of famine, the children are very thin.
Yes.
And some parts of India as well. Wayanad,
India today
tribal.
is becoming affluent.
Now India has become now very affluent.
Yes.
And the obesity has increased tremendously. And the percentage of obesity, Mr. Jovito, in the world it's about 14% of the population. Males, females it's always little more. So 890 million people are obese in the world. In USA it is very high because US is very affluent. 37% men and 40% women are obese. Coming down slightly in America. In India it is 24% for men and 24% for women and 23% for men. Now Goa is slightly higher.
Is it?
Yeah, Goa it is 33% for women and 32% for men. That means
Very
10% higher.
Yes.
Yeah, 10 than the national average, because they say it is the non-vegetarian food.
Yes.
That and as you rightly said, childhood obesity is increasing tremendously.
Yes.
They say 1 in 3 children are obese.
Yeah, normally they portray that it is 1:8
Yeah.
overall,
Yeah.
and 1:3, as you have rightly
Yeah.
said,
Now see,
it is in children.
See, I was in my studies somewhere in early 90s. I spoke and wrote articles that our school children nowadays are not going and playing on the playgrounds. They are playing with their Game Boys, their computers, laptops, and not going for outdoor sports. So I thought it is the duty and the responsibility of the parents, the teachers, to have outdoor games for them. And now you see the effect. The obesity is there, heart disease is there, other lifestyle diseases are there. And to make matters worse, I have also written about, screen addiction. Children are today addicted to screen, and they sit at home and don't go to play outside. So they are like called couch potatoes and bed rotters. So these are some of the bad influences of development.
Yes.
Now, coming to the weight, we call it body mass index.
BMI.
BMI. The height divided by square, the weight divided by the height raised to the power of square.
Yes.
So now raised to the power of 2. So the normal is 18 to 25. 25 to 30.
Anybody can do this small calculation.
Very easy. Height and weight.
And
make
all,
the formula.
And you get the
And
result.
you see yourself in the mirror on the side,
Yes.
so that you can see if you have got a belly point.
This is one of the methods.
One of the methods.
Yeah.
There are many other methods like circumference of the.
Yeah, they say now that circumference of the
waist
is much more indicative of the visceral fat. Because they talk about the
visceral
fat,
obesity.
Yes,
right.
And they say that it is more dangerous.
Yeah, so that's right, Mr. Jovito. Now, 30 is above 30 is obese.
Yes.
So 30 to 35 they call class 1, 35 to 40 class 2 obesity, and above 40 class 3, and there are some who are very obese. That is called class 4, more than 50, the formula of this. So it is very bad.
Yes.
And as you rightly said, Mr. Jovito, there is central obesity, that is, in the waist, and visceral fat, inside the fat and in the waist. And the other one is peripheral obesity, where the fat is in the buttocks, thighs.
Yeah.
So that, and sometimes there is combination of both. So that is the thing about obesity. Now, you know that China, India, we had famines, and because of that the body has got used to, due to evolutional, the epigenetics, adaptability, our bodies are used to being ready to face famine.
Yes.
So that's why this fat is there
in
the different visceral fat as well as the fat around the waist.
Yeah.
But this is a problem because it causes insulin resistance, which is again very bad.
So it could lead to diabetes.
Diabetes, yes. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So
there is an increased risk of type 2 diabetes.
Yeah.
You earlier also talked about heart problems.
Heart problems.
And also they say certain types of cancer also.
Yeah. We'll come to all these, Mr. Jovito.
Yes.
The first is the problems. We'll come to the causes of obesity.
But let us summarize what you talked about. BMI. BMI is weight divided by height square. And healthy weight, they say 19 to 25. And overweight, as you have rightly said, 25 to 29. Obesity, 30 or higher.
And higher.
We also talked about waist circumference. For the females, they say 35 inches or more is a problem. For males, it is 40 inches or more. So when you put your belt, when you go to buy the belt, normally you know exactly the size. So that size is an indicative
Yeah.
whether
Yeah.
you could be an obese,
Obese or
person.
not, yeah.
Also, they talk about the third one. It is the waist to hip ratio.
To hip ratio, yeah.
So there are
There are
lot
many
of
formulae. Sometimes
yes.
there has to be thickness of the fat
Yes.
and by a caliper. So these are all old methods.
Yes.
But it is important to have that you should not be overweight, you should not be obese. Now, Mr. Jovito, what are the causes for obesity?
Yes.
One is,
And of late increase in children.
In children,
Yes.
what are the causes? First is the intake of calories. Calories is the energy. You know how much you take and how much you consume. If you take too much and consume less, then you will get obese. The person will be obese. Number two is the diet. Diet we are going to come in complete detail later on when we discuss the prevention. But a diet that is rich in fat, in butter, cheese, in unhealthy diet it's called, in preserved food,
Yes.
fast food, processed food, sugars leads to diabetes. And today the children, they eat fast foods, potato chips, aerated drinks which are very bad.
All
Sugary.
drinks.
Third, and they are sitting and not going to play. So sedentary life, no exercise, no. So we are going to come to discuss how to prevent it.
We'll go into the detail.
Then fourth is genetics. Sometimes
Yes.
in the family all are obese, the father or the mother, and then the children also. That genetic factors are also there. Then remember, sleep is a very important. You have to sleep properly. We'll describe in the prevention.
And if you are obese,
Yeah.
you have problems of sleeping.
Of sleeping also called sleep apnea.
Sleep apnea. I know a friend of mine who had, and I was telling him, you be careful. And one fine day, he had this obstruction in the airway, and he is dead. He is no longer alive.
I see.
So, but he didn't realize that it could be a
Sleep
fatal
apnea.
problem.
Now there are treatment for that.
Yes.
There are in Bombay and all, there are some surgeries which they do to control this, to treat this. Then certain medications, if you take some tablets, they can cause obesity. Stress can cause obesity. Certain diseases can cause obesity, and the environment also. There are environmental factors. So besides these, so these are the causes, Mr. Jovito. Now, an obese person or overweight person has got lot of problems. Number one, they get breathless very fast. Suppose they walk fast, they climb upstairs, or they are playing, they fall breathless. Secondly, they sweat a lot. Third, they may be snoring at night, lot of loud snoring. And they may have difficulty in doing physical exercise. They may have joint pains, backache,
Bones are
bones,
affected, yeah.
joint pain.
Yeah.
They may have lack of confidence. They may feel that everybody is looking at me. Self-esteem,
Yeah.
lack of self-esteem, and they may be isolated. So, Mr. Jovito, as you rightly said, our primary aim is to bring down obesity in the society, and because it has got a lot of side effects, and children especially, we should be very careful. In 1990s, we was trying to motivate and promote this playing in children. Otherwise, if you put them at home with indoor, is going to be a
Yes.
very big problem later on, and we are seeing the problem. They have to play in the run, play in the gardens or on the playgrounds, and government also is doing a lot. There are many parks, there are many walkways for the people to use this. In the urban development, it should not be only skyscrapers. There are also parks, and they are doing it all over the world. In India and Goa also, there are parks. And playgrounds for the children to play,
Yes.
and adults also to walk, like pedestrian walks, cycling.
I know cases in
Yeah.
schools.
Yeah,
We talk, Dr. Wiseman, you pointed out the adverse psychosocial consequences.
correct.
Affects school performance.
Yeah, school
That's what I
performance,
say, yes.
yeah.
And then there is a discrimination, bullying
Bullying
amongst their own
among their own
yeah.
classmates.
So it does affect.
It does
overall.
affect mentally also.
Yes,
Yeah,
it
yeah.
does.
Now, Mr. Jovito, as you rightly said, the risk factors are many with obesity. The diabetes, hypertension, heart disease, stroke, dementia, and cancer. You have said all this. Now, diabetes type 2.
Yes.
Type 2. We have
Yes.
discussed diabetes.
Yeah,
It is because of insulin resistance.
yeah.
It is insulin resistance, and that is why you get the diabetes.
Yeah. There is a new term, I
Yeah.
believe, coined.
Yeah.
Diabetes and obesity.
Yeah.
And that is called diabesity.
Diabetes.
This, I believe,
Yes.
is a common term now in Indian vocabulary.
Correct.
And today, they say that in India, there is what is called as Obesity Foundation of India.
Obesity
Obesity
Foundation. Yes, yes,
Foundation
yes.
of
Yeah.
India.
Now, yes.
Yeah, it only sends a message
Yeah.
that this is a very serious
problem.
Yes.
It is indeed a serious.
Yes.
First, we'll finish the complication.
Yes, we will.
Yeah,
we will.
and then the lipid problems also.
Yes.
Your fat
Yeah.
is increased, so your cholesterol, triglycerides,
Triglycerides, especially.
low density fatty acids, very low density. Now, there's one high density that is inverse. More the high density, better for your
HDL,
health, but it is inverse.
Yeah, yeah,
That's the only one
So
inverse.
LDL increases,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
bad.
HDL,
Yeah.
HDL,
LDL.
yeah, LDL increases bad,
Is
VLDL, but HDL increases is good.
Yeah.
So that's the only inverse.
And they say that the triglycerides
Yeah.
are more dangerous.
Yes. Then also other complications are non-alcoholic fatty liver. You know,
This is now very, very common.
very common.
And it is seen in youngsters.
Exactly.
And because it is not related
Yeah.
with alcohol,
Yeah.
they termed as a non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. But the
correct.
progression of
Yeah.
this is similar
to alcohol.
alcohol.
Cirrhosis,
Yeah, cirrhosis.
fibrosis, cirrhosis.
Yeah.
And Mr. Jovito, I wrote about this must be 3-4 months back. Non-alcoholic fatty liver. Now it's called NASH, and these people are all young people. 1/3 of the population, and you can do imaging to diagnose it. There are good imaging scans. You can do biopsies, and you can do the blood
Yeah,
test.
but then the complaint from most of these
Yeah,
people,
yeah.
they said we never felt anything
Exactly.
in
It
the
is just-
initial stage.
Yeah, it is like fatigue and weakness.
Yeah, there's a
And see,
lethargy.
lethargy.
Yeah.
And Mr. Jovito, most of these are young people, professionals, IT professionals working on the desk with the laptop, whole day working, and working late night. So this is
So has this become a corollary of sitting disease?
exactly, sitting is today the second smoking.
Yes.
If you just sit, is very bad. Every 1 hour, as I've been always saying, go out into the sun or go out and drink water. Talk to, relax yourself. So this is what I've been saying. Sitting disease, correct.
And they also say that everybody,
Yeah.
irrespective whether you are young,
Old, yeah.
30 minutes every day, but a vigorous intensity
Correct.
exercise.
Correct.
Now, when we talk of exercise, walking.
Walking.
Now, walking is an exercise,
Yeah.
but not is the best type of
No,
exercise.
yeah,
Then there's a resistance
Yeah,
exercise,
yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
But they talk about 30 minutes,
30 minutes.
every day,
Yeah.
fast walking.
Fast walk.
Fast walking.
Brisk and fast.
Yeah, brisk and
yeah,
fast.
Yeah.
So that they say it could solve most of the
Most of the
problems.
problem. Now, as you said, resistance and all. Muscles need strength. As you grow older, they atrophy. So you need strength. That is why to build the strength, and you need protein for that also. We'll come to that. Other complications of obesity is gallstones. In the gallbladder, there are stones because of cholesterol stones.
This I have come to know that it is now being seen in young adults.
Young adult.
Yes.
It is usually, when I was a student, it was called F, female fat of 40.
Okay.
Fertile.
Yeah.
So it was, now it is seen in younger people also.
Yes.
These stones are cholesterol stones
And
because of cholesterol.
very often they would say that you consume less amount of water.
No, water is not this
No,
thing.
not related.
No,
at
not
all.
related to
Yes.
gallstone. Then the next complication is sleep apnea. As you rightly said, you described one patient.
This is a dangerous.
Very dangerous, and it was called Pickwickian syndrome because Charles Dickens in his novel describes a fat boy was hyperventilating. Then when you're obese, there is pressure on your joints. So what happens is that there is osteoarthritis, joint pain. So that is also a problem. And then thrombosis. And now cancer, Mr. Jovito.
It's quite...
Now cancer, why do you get cancer in the obese? Because certain cancers are related to obesity, like cancer of the endometrium, cancer of the breast, colorectal cancer, kidney cancer. Now what happens in these obesity? There are steroids. Steroids are manufactured in the fat cells. So what these steroids do? Steroids are, your breast is hormone dependent, endometrium is hormone dependent. So that is why you get these cancers. They have estrogen receptors and progesterone receptors. That's why you get it in these people. That is why obese. Secondly, in obese, there is insulin resistance. So insulin is increased as a compensatory mechanism, and insulin has got multiplication of cells, insulin growth factors, insulin growth factor receptors. So they cause the multiplication. So that is why you get in obese. Also in obese, there are more inflammation, pro-inflammatory factors which cause cytokines. That is also responsible for inflammation and cancer. So these are the complications of obesity.
Yeah, but mostly I think it's a heart-related.
It's a heart-related.
Atherosclerosis.
Atherosclerosis, heart-related.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Heart-related,
Yeah.
atherosclerosis.
Yeah. And the sedentary behavior now of children.
Yeah.
They have to perform well.
They have to,
So the focus today
Yeah.
is you increase your percentage
Yeah.
and focus on studies. And get better results.
Right.
So
Right.
don't waste time
Yeah, on sports.
on sports.
Yeah, but it is you have to have a fit mind,
Yes.
a fit body, and then you will have a fit brain.
Yeah.
The stories are like this. In the old days, Mr. Jovito, the civilization was an agricultural civilization, laborers, agricultural. Then came the industrial revolution. So they were working hard. So they were not obese and they consumed lot of rice. Now, as industrial revolution started, everything was mechanized.
Yes.
So they became obese. The food was same, no exercise. And now it is even worse. Now it is a desk job. Either IT professionals or those working in the offices. This is a desk job, means you just sit on the laptop or the computer, and you don't have exercise and you eat bad, unhealthy.
And basically mobility,
Mobility.
I find in Goa now,
Yeah.
I find laborers.
Yeah.
You engage them for
Yeah.
a work.
Yeah.
They come on bikes.
Yeah, exactly.
Earlier they would come. And
You're right.
yesterday near my house,
Yeah.
I saw 4 or 5 individuals who came. And they parked near my house, and I said, "Tum kite ailai re?"
Oy.
In a car.
Yeah.
Now I'm thinking, Shimit kadu ailai.
Uh-huh.
So now in Goa, Goa is changing.
It's changing. Yeah,
And you find these migrants today,
Yeah.
no longer cycles.
Yeah.
Now they are coming in
Bikes.
second-hand
Cars
cars.
also.
Second-hand
Cars.
I don't think so. They would be able to have this in their own
In
place,
their own place.
from where they are coming. But
You're right.
Goa
You're
is
right.
changing.
Goa is changing.
And the bigger beneficiaries are all these migrants.
Migrants, you're right. Now, when we were young, you will remember the poor people, like in the rural areas or from the slum, they used to come like this, their clothes and all, they used to live in poverty. But today, even those who live there, wear good quality clothes, have mobiles, and come with bikes or cars.
Today everybody has got a mobile.
Yeah.
I go very often to the fish market
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Panjim.
yeah.
And you find that those people who cut
cut the fish, yeah.
So they get the orders, they ask, can I come now? And then they give the appointments.
Correct.
Earlier appointment was only doctors,
Yeah.
but these fish cutters today, they
They're
give
giving
the
appoint-
appointment.
See.
You come at so and so
Yeah.
time, and then I
See,
will do the
whatever you
needful.
say, Mr. Jovito, the mobiles, the connectivity
Yes.
which has come in the modern society has helped in the rise of economy, in the rise of
Yes.
all these things.
And in Goa, you can see it.
You can see it.
You
in
can
Goa.
see it.
Yeah.
And also, prevalence of TV commercials. Now
Yeah.
everybody has got mobile.
Mobile,
So
yeah.
you get your TV programs.
yeah.
And most of them, see, TV also needs money, no?
Correct.
To keep alive
To
their
keep alive,
program.
yeah.
They are promoting unhealthy foods
Correct.
and poor eating habits.
Yeah.
So this now, it enhances children's consumption of sugary drinks.
Correct.
And this, they said, has increased by 300%
Correct.
in the last 2 decades.
Yeah, you are
Because
right.
in America, see, all these problems that we are now seeing, they are all made in America.
Made him and copied from
Yes,
them.
because you have all these soft drinks, what we
Yeah,
call it
yeah.
as soda. There they call it as sodas.
Soda.
Here soda is a different product. But all these sugary drinks,
Yeah.
and these sugary drinks, the consumption of your sugar is so high
Yeah.
that people have not realized.
They have not
Then
realized,
your
yeah.
bakeries today,
Yeah.
the chocolates,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
cakes,
yeah.
what assorted cakes you get,
Yeah.
what colors you get. But that is indicative of your health problem.
Of your health problem.
But nobody realizes that.
Cream.
Yeah. And then you increase the weight.
Exactly. Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
So now what we should do, no, the food has to be corrected. And ICMR did a study a few days back. They said 54% of India's health problems are due to the bad food. India's food, most of the India's food is bad. Bad means what? Unhealthy food. So to make healthy food, they have given recommendation. First is there should be 50% should be vegetables and fruits. Vegetables of different types. We have been discussing this.
Yes,
Fruits of different
we
types.
talk exhaustively.
Exhaustively.
Actually.
And they say you should eat those vegetables and fruits which are locally sourced, locally grown, available, not which are grown in the last season. So they are fresh. And as you rightly said, wash them and all that. You said it.
Yes, we talked about
We talked it.
Yes.
In addition to this, seeds, turmeric, these are all good things. Nuts and cereals, pulses. So this is one aspect of the
But
vegetables.
Today, where is the time for cooking?
Exactly.
You have your husband working, your wife
Wife
also is
also
working.
yeah.
And if you tell the wife you need to cook, you say, what do you think? You also cook 50%, I will cook the 50%.
I know.
So this is affecting the health, especially of the children.
Of the children, you are right. Now, one more thing, Mr. Jovito, the parents are sometimes so busy that the children may be neglected I don't say all the families, and we tell them good qualities, sleep early. Mother is sleeping at 12 o'clock and the child, how will sleep early? So they are following the mother and the father. So this is another thing which is there. But the good quality food, especially fruits, vegetables, and the right oils, the right should not be much fried, should be baked or steamed. So that you don't.
And you talked about oil.
Oil.
Is the quality of oil.
Quality of oil.
Because today we have more omega-6 in the oils.
Yeah, you're
all
right,
these refined oils are bad oils.
Bad oil.
But because they are cheap, everybody buys these refined
so
oils.
actually they say the best diet is a Mediterranean diet.
Yes.
Which has got, we have been discussing this in the blue zones.
Japan, for example.
Japan,
Yeah.
Greece, Italy, Costa Rica and Loma Linda. So these are people who have lot of fruits, vegetables, olive oil, and they are healthy. They all have a long life and they are active, they work. So we have to follow them. Now another thing about food, they say that you should see your packages, what is written on them.
You are talking about ingredients.
Ingredients.
Who reads?
Exactly. Nobody
reads?
reads. Nobody reads.
Nobody will read.
In fact, ours which are sent abroad, I read some reports sent to Singapore, Hong Kong, which are very high level countries, and Europe. They have found that there is high level of cadmium which can cause kidney damage, high level of insecticides which can cause cancer, and salmonella, which is an organism, can cause diarrhea. So they have been thrown this out. Whereas India it is being eaten.
The,
So there are two problems in this. They said you need a lot of inspectors, commissioners, food commissioners to inspect how they are manufacturing. The funding is less, and second, there is corruption. These are the two problems they found out. Whereas in these advanced countries, this is seen very, very strictly. The quality of the food, the type of the food, the ingredients, and they'll throw it out. If it doesn't fit into their standards, the food standards.
I'm sure you are aware that ORS,
Yeah.
oral rehydration.
Yes, ORS.
This WHO
Yeah.
has a standard formula.
Formula.
And today they have come with a small sachets that cater to 1 glass.
Yeah.
So you open it and in 1 glass and you have got sodium, you have got everything.
Yeah.
There are also sachets manufactured by some, I don't know who does that, and they are sold in the market. Pharmacies also have been selling. And there was one doctor in Delhi who said people started giving these new sachets that have come in India, and especially for children, and some children even died because they had excess of sugar.
Yeah.
This doctor brought it to the attention of the FDA and FSSCI and shared with them to say that this is not the standard formula. This should not be given, because especially for children, because they say it's very, very sweet, no? But then dehydration and this does not go on well.
Correct.
She wrote a number of letters. They said there's nothing wrong. Recently she went to the court and the court said, yes, this is not acceptable. This is, you withdraw your product. Because it's creating very big problems.
Adverse
result. Now, the manufacturers, they said, okay, we will not manufacture anymore. But as of now, we have got tons of such
the product already.
And they says we'll be the losers. And the court said, okay, till you exhaust this, you keep on selling. That means
I know.
You know what is happening now.
Exactly. See, Mr. Jovito, I'll just give you 2 examples. Since we are discussing about regulatory bodies, when I was a student, 1986, 84, 85, in JJ there was Grant Medical College, there was a glycerol tragedy, and Justice Lenton, it was found that the glycerol given was causing kidney failure. Many people died. So Justice Lenton brought it out. Similarly, now you have some cough syrups which some children died. So these things, the WHO is asking, how is this happening in India? So the regulatory bodies are, I don't know, either there may be corruption or they are not looking properly. So this is some of the things.
But then when it comes to eating and drinking,
this is very important.
It affects one's health. They could also, these people, the inspectors, they also could
be suffering
this adverse effects.
So now coming back to after the diet, so they say you should not have less of packaged food, tinned food, or aerated drinks of sugar, less of sugar. You need sugar, by the way, it can't be zero. Your brain needs sugar.
Energy is needed.
Energy is there.
But you need good energy.
Good energy, So reduce fat, they say, and lot of fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, cereals, and some protein is required and some carbohydrate. Protein, they say, do not take the protein supplements. Those supplements are not good. They can cause some damage to the kidneys, etc. That is another thing they say. And other thing they say is that it's good you can use microwaves, you can use
microwave, they say, only for heating. Not for cooking.
For heating.
I remember somebody from Santa Cruz had gone for an interview as a chef to Saudi Arabia. And the first question they asked him, for cooking, what will you use? Will you use microwave? And he said, yes. And he says, thank you very much, you can go home.
So this is about the diet. So diet is very, very important.
It is.
And exercise also we have talked.
Yes.
Now sleep is also important, Mr. Jovito. Sleep. You have to sleep 7 to 8 hours. Most of the Indians sleep 6.5 hours. Japanese sleep 5 hours, 5.9 hours. Sweden 6 hours. So this is an average. So when sleep is less, there are two problems. There are the hormones which cause you to make fat, and there are the hormones like cortisol which make you again stress. So the best time to sleep, they say, you get early, you should sleep. You should eat early. Eat early.
Yeah, but then in India,
Yeah.
your dinner
Yeah.
is about 10, 11 o'clock,
yeah, no,
sometimes
they-
even
yeah,
12,
12.
and 12:30 you go to sleep.
Go to sleep.
So your whole cycle,
Cycle is- yeah,
is
yeah,
absolutely nonsensical.
Yeah,
cycle.
yeah. But for good health, they say, like the Mediterranean, you should eat nothing after 8 o'clock. A good breakfast, then lunch, and nothing after 7:38.
Yeah, we had some Japanese people
Yeah.
in Goa,
Who eat early.
and they said our dinner should be at 6 or max 7.
Correct.
And we are all puzzled. And we said,
Yeah,
here in Goa,
Yeah.
nothing starts before 9 o'clock,
9
10,
o'clock.
and 11 o'clock is
Exactly.
your
So
meal.
sleep should be early, and you should not have snacks. Snacking is also bad, and good quality food. So these are important. Now, to change your food, you should do everything in moderation. You should be disciplined, and you should do something that are doable. Definitely, you should stop alcohol, smoking, drinking. Sleep should be there. Good rest, relaxation. All these are very important. We have also discussed our oral health. Oral hygiene is also very important, because it can, these organisms can cause.
Since you touch on oral health, most of the people will use toothbrush and they will use a toothpaste.
Yeah, yeah.
Period.
Correct.
Over.
Yeah, yeah.
But then there's a new school of thought
Yeah.
which says that you have to do dental flossing.
Flossing, yes. Right.
And if you don't do dental
Yeah,
flossing,
yeah.
it says,
Yeah.
you can encounter a lot
Yeah,
of
because,
problems with your
Right.
teeth.
You are
Is
right.
it correct?
It's correct. It's correct. Yeah, yeah. Because this bad oral hygiene can cause not only inflammatory conditions, cancers, obesity, or other health related issues, lifestyle issues. Yesterday I read a report that the pollution in Delhi is responsible for 15% of the deaths. Pollution. And Delhi pollution is very high, especially November, December. And many reasons for
There
this.
was a WHO report
Yeah.
to say that with this type of pollution that is there now in Delhi,
Yeah.
it could reduce your lifespan by about 6 to 8 years.
Absolutely.
Overall.
Absolutely.
And that's
absolutely.
the reason why all
Yeah.
the Delhiites now
Yeah.
are preferring to come to Goa, and
yeah.
maybe create this problem for us also.
Correct.
Eventually.
Correct. Now, continuing this, the prevention or the treatment for obesity, there are some medicines and there are some surgeries. I'll just tell the principles of this only. One of the surgery that was being done is called liposuction. It is not good. Lot of complications have occurred.
Yeah, especially ladies.
They
go for
got
this.
lot of complications. I know some cases in Goa.
Yeah.
So they are done by plastic surgeons. But liposuction did develop complications. Autopsies were done by my department. So this is one. Then other bariatric surgeries are there.
I believe bariatric is very common.
Is very common. So what they do is laparoscopically they put a band in the stomach, or reduce the size of the stomach, or stitch the stomach, so that the gastric emptying is faster. So these are laparoscopic surgeries which are being done, but they are usually decided by the doctor. These doctors are specialists.
Yeah, you have to be a specialist.
Yeah. Now, coming to, as you said, obesity and diabetes, obesity. Now, there was a conference in November last year in San Antonio in USA. And I had an opportunity to hear it online. There, these new drugs were launched. They were launched before that, but they became more popular. The drugs are Tirzepatide, that is Mounjaro and Zepbound. These are manufactured by Eli Lilly company from America. And the second group of drugs is semaglutide, that is Ozempic and Wegovy. Now this is manufactured by Novo Nordisk from Denmark, Copenhagen. So now both these drugs are given as injections. Mounjaro, Zepbound, Ozempic and Wegovy. They are given in diabetes and they are given in obesity. I'll just tell you a few things about this drug. This drug is called a GLP agonist. GLP stands for glucagon-like peptide. So what it does, it reduces your appetite, it helps the pancreas to release insulin. So it acts like a glucagon. Now these drugs are very costly. For one patient, it's only given by injection. For one patient, the cost is 1.3 lakhs rupees per month. Per month. But those who are very obese in America and all are taking. But I feel that you have to study the side effects of these drugs. There are side effects. The nausea, vomiting, pancreatitis, and in one patient has died in UK.
Is it?
Yeah, has died. A nurse after this injection. And this injection should not be given if a patient has pancreatitis or some endocrine tumors or thyroid endocrine tumors. So this is, but the thing is that people are just using it indiscriminately. It cannot be done. It has to be done with a doctor's supervision. Fortunately, it is not very popular in India at the moment because it is costly. It is costly. And
but today everybody has got big money.
Big money, that's also right. It is 1 lakh rupees per month and it brings down your weight by 15%. It takes some time, few weeks. But if you stop the drug, the weight will come back again. So it has got
normally most of the drugs cause side effects.
Side effects, yeah.
This may be causing still more.
Still more, and the cost which will last for the whole life.
Yeah.
So anyway, lot of Americans are taking it, and these companies are doing very big business. That is Eli Lilly and this Novo Nordisk. So, but you have to see the long-term effects. It has just come 2022. They started 23. So, at this conference of obesity, this was discussed. So, they said obesity should be considered as like a disease or a disorder. People with obesity. So that was the term that was coined.
It is a disorder.
It is. Yeah. So this is one of the things which is there, but it needs long-term studies to see the side effects, to see the efficacy, and the cost-benefit ratio.
Yeah. But our problem today in India, all over the world also is the same thing, is the childhood obesity.
Yeah.
And they say childhood obesity is mainly a problem of modern India, because we have American style malls,
correct.
fast food outlets, newfound luxuries like cars and ACs that have dramatically changed the lifestyles of families with money to spare.
Correct.
And children are far more sedentary than they used to be. The pressure to study and do well in school is more intense than ever, and whatever little spare time they have is spent these days on video games, mobile phones or Facebook.
Absolutely correct. Social media. You are absolutely right. The modernization, the computerization, the automation has changed the lifestyles of the people, and especially the youth. And because of this, the lifestyle diseases have become more common, and they are worried that they will increase and increase. Now, if you have 1 out of 3 child being overweight and obese, you can see the effects on the long term on these children. And I do hope that this is a joint effort of the government, the society, the families, and it has to come from within.
Yes.
For all. Now, there is also this GLP, this glucagon like protein can be produced naturally, is naturally in the body.
Yes.
So it depends on how you eat the food. How do you, that they say you should eat the proteins first before the carbohydrates, and then and eat a lot of fiber. So and drink lot of water. So everything in moderation.
Yes.
So
I think we have covered the most important aspects, and as we wind up, the causes: low levels of physical activity, prolonged sedentary behavior, excess consumption of energy-rich foods, growing availability of ultra-processed foods, high level of sugar, sodium, saturated fats, refined carbohydrates. But the key factors, to sum it up, Dr. Wiseman: unhealthy diet and lack of proper physical exercise.
correct. You are absolutely right. So these are multiple risk factors that lead not only to obesity but to other lifestyle diseases. They are all related and linked.
Also, sometimes they talk about that the wife, when she was pregnant, did not take proper care on the nutrition.
That is also right. Our nutrition is not only obesity, we have they lack the micronutrients. The micronutrients are the important nutrients which are required for
Yes.
development of the brain, bone, blood, etc. That is why you see, Mr. Jovito, besides obesity, you see a lot of children short statured. It's because of the pregnancy, did not take proper nutrition, and afterwards.
And then also lactation. Now
lactation.
they talk about 4 to 6 months
Yeah.
exclusively
Exactly.
on mother's milk.
Yeah. See, we did not discuss it. If you do lactation, if you give lot of lactation to lot of children, less chances of breast cancer.
Breast cancer.
We did not discuss
Yes.
this, but as you brought out lactation,
Yeah.
it is important. But nowadays, people, the mothers go to work, etc., etc. So these are some of the problems which you.
So I think we have covered almost everything. You cannot cover
No,
each and
it's not
everything.
possible. But
not possible.
the main message has been given.
Yes, and obesity is a risk factor for cardiovascular disease, heart problems, diabetes,
Correct.
kidney problems. It's a serious social, psychosocial problem, and basically it is imbalance between calories consumed, your food, and calories expended. Thank you very much, Dr. Wiseman, and we will continue.
Thank you.
Yes.
Obrigado.
Yeah.
And Deus abençoe.
Keep on watching this program every Monday on CCR TV at 8 p.m. and then later on it's also available on the YouTube, so that when you have spare time, make it a point to devote your time, because your health is in your hands. Thank you very much, Dr. Wiseman.
Thank you.